posh and scary, isn't it? Right. So, does anyone know what I pressed to make it do this? Should we try that? Hooray, right. Hello, my name's Rachel. I'm the Fundraising Communications Manager at the Choir of Their Name. Now, I know it's very lovely to see some friendly faces here this evening, but for those of you who don't know who we are or what we do, we run choirs with people affected by homelessness. We currently have choirs in London, Liverpool and Birmingham, and we're very excited to be launching a new choir down in Brighton later on this year. And what we do is very simple. Our choirs meet once a week, we sing together, then we all sit down together for a hot meal afterwards. It's not rocket science. What we offer is some of the most marginalised and isolated people the opportunity to come to a safe, welcoming, non-judgmental space where they can leave their troubles at the door and enjoy themselves, which is really important. Also, it gives them the opportunity to form really strong support networks, which for many of them don't exist outside of choir. It helps them grow in confidence, they learn new skills, and all of that combined means that they become it puts them in a much better place to be able to put their, get their lives back on track basically and move away from homelessness long term. What we, it also, importantly as well, I should point, it restores a sense of self-worth and pride, which is so important for someone who has had all of that stripped away. It's impossible to go get a job or secure housing or enrol in recovery services if you don't have that sense of self-pride and self-worth. So singing a solo on a stage and having a rapturous, standing ovation really helps in that. A year ago, we came to TFN to pitch to support our outreach singing workshop programme. We were delighted to not only receive the £7,400 that we asked for, but we actually almost got double that. So we got £12,300, which was amazing, which also meant that not only did the Funding Network fund our outreach workshop, it also funded our rehearsals and our core work, which is fantastic. A little bit about what our outreach programme is and what we do is we go into projects and services for people at risk of homelessness, as well as homeless settings. So we go to homeless hostels, but we also go to places for people who are probably the most hard to reach and the most vulnerable. So, for instance, in the last year, TFN Funding has helped us go to mental health services, recovery projects. We did some work with autistic adult services, refugee support services, for people who quite often, for a start, don't get an opportunity to just enjoy themselves without any sort of expectation. Some of them might, be incredibly isolated, so it's an opportunity to come for an hour, to sing, to meet other people, and then to start to engage in other activities, which is so important. It's also a good way of showing other services how great singing is. It's great for mental health, great for physical health. If anyone here sings, you know how great it feels. If you're singing in the shower or on a stage, it doesn't matter, it makes you feel fantastic, and that's really important. So at the very least, it gives people something to enjoy. At the most, what we can expect is people coming out of that experience and with their shoulders back, head high, go, that's brilliant, I want to do more of that, thank you very much. And then possibly down the line joining one of our choirs. Now, the impact of this is pretty good. Not only did we reach our objectives, but we exceeded them thanks to TFN Funding. So we did 45 outreach singing workshops, 4 community projects. We worked with the Young Vic down in London and Take up in Liverpool. And we reached 579 new people, which is incredible, and that's through our workshops and our rehearsals. And all in all, TFN Funding helped us reach 764 direct beneficiaries, which is fantastic. We're pretty pleased with how people felt after they came out of our workshops. All of these things, feeling relaxed, less anxious, keen to motivated to try new things, gaining confidence. These are all, we're so pleased to see this is the impact that we want, and we got it, so we're very, very pleased with that. Same thing with our, we do an annual sort of anonymous member survey, asking our members how they're getting on and how choir is for them, whether they enjoy it, and luckily they do. Again, it's increased confidence, it's making friends, it's an improvement in mental health, which again is obviously very important. And interestingly, 43% say being in choir helps them take up volunteering, employment, other opportunities, which obviously is a fantastic impact for us. One of the other key things, and obviously it's great standing in this space with Octopus, because out of that quite terrifying pitching event, we met Octopus Giving through the ubiquitously wonderful Chris Llewellyn, who introduced us to Octopus Giving. And after a year of begging and begging and knocking on their door and begging, Isn't that right, Stuart? We are their Charity of the Year this year, which is fantastic. So we were thrilled. And that's to us, we're a very small organisation, that's £75,000 over 3 years, which is a game changer for us. So and that's all thanks to that, to TFN and the networking opportunities. So finishing off, thank you so much to both TFN and Octopus, because without that, it's had a huge impact on us, and will continue to have an impact on our members, I should say. And thank you, and good luck to the other charities. It's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you.